Special counsel Robert Mueller breaks his silence after 2 years.
Today, he publicly explained his decision not to rule on obstruction of justice, but he made it clear he also did not exonerate President Trump.
CBS News correspondent Nicole Killian has more from the White House.
Special counsel Robert Mueller made his first and possibly last public statement on the Russia investigation.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so.
Mueller's roughly 10-minute prepared statement renewed discussion among leading congressional Democrats who are considering their next steps.
With respect to impeachment question, at this point, all options are on the table, and nothing should be ruled out.
We are on a path that we would hope that if it is justified for the impeachment, that it would be clear to the Senate as well.
Mueller said he was unable to exonerate the president of obstruction of justice, echoing what he wrote in his more than 400-page report. And he said Justice Department policy would not allow a sitting president to be charged with a crime.
The opinion says that the Constitution requires a process other than the criminal justice system to formally accuse a sitting president of wrongdoing.
The president and his administration have repeatedly claimed the Mueller report clears him of obstruction.
We think the president has been fully and completely exonerated.
After Mueller's comments, the president tweeted, "There was insufficient evidence, and therefore in our country, a person is innocent." At a college commencement in New York City, Hillary Clinton touched on the Russia investigation.
It seems absolutely clear that we've got to deal with what has been investigated and reported.
As for Mueller, he says his investigation is finished and he is resigning from the Justice Department to return to private life. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
Well, in his statement, Mueller said there were multiple systematic efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. And this afternoon, Montana Governor and Democratic candidate for President Steve Bullock released his own response to the special counsel's press conference.
He mentioned his past service as Montana's Attorney General in his analysis of the speech, saying he knows no individual is above the law. He went on to say Congress should fulfill its constitutionally empowered oversight of this administration, and the president and his staff have an obligation to be responsive to those investigations.